Welcome to the brand new channel, Come Geek Some Airsoft. I used to play Airsoft way back. It's been literally over 22, maybe 25 years. In the late 90s, I got my first Airsoft gun. Obviously back then they were just called BB guns here in the UK, which you didn't really need a license, and they were being sold for as cheap as 15 to 16 pound. The Tokyo Marui Ruger, I actually picked one of them up, a P85, for £22 in Cardiff city centre, all the way back in 1997. I was 11, and my father asked me, what do you want for your birthday? And there was a shop called Antics. We were going past there, and I was just drawn to this cabinet, literally by the entrance, of nothing but airsoft guns. They sold the expensive ones, but they also sold the small, cheapy ones. And for my very first purchase, it was a Ruger P85 Tokyo Marui, and it was a beast of a gun. Absolutely amazing. And the only reason I wanted that gun is, well, I just saw True Lies and Desperado, and those are the guns he had. I stopped around 2002, 2003. When, again, back then, there wasn't really that much airsoft in the UK. Since then, obviously, I've grown up, I've had a job, I've had family life, and airsoft just kind of got away from me. I have been watching airsoft, though, on YouTube for God knows how many years. And obviously, you got Cam Man, you got US Airsoft, you got Kicking Mustang, all these other ones. And I've always wanted to get back into it. Well, this year, I finally decided to do it, and it was only a couple of weeks ago when I was like, you know what, we need to look at this, because airsoft was just so much fun. Sadly, when I was younger, there was no areas where I lived that actually allowed you to go and play airsoft like you got the fields now. There's so many around South Wales and West Wales area, it's absolutely amazing. So I was like, you know what, let's do it. This was one of my first major purchases in the last couple of weeks. And I did put it on a KWA Glock 18C Airsoft. Now this is actually a gun from, I believe, 2001, maybe 2002. And it still has all the actual engravings and all the markings of the real steel version, which is absolutely amazing. And I saw this. I was like, you know what, we're going to try and get back into it. So I thought, why not buy a red dot and just see how we go from there. Since I bought this red dot, I have actually bought a New Pearl Delta Pioneer from Patrol Base. Sadly, it is in two-tone because I do not have a UCARA license. Not yet, anyway. But, as you can see, this is the old, I think it's the Gen 1 version as well of it, which absolutely incredible. And I've had this for over 20 years and it still fires like an absolute beast. But yes, the red dot sight, which I must say is actually one of my favourite things I've actually ever bought. And it's just so good. But yeah, I'm actually looking forward to getting back into airsoft. And, I've had this gun for over 20 years, as you can see just by how battered the magazine still looks. But I must admit, it still holds the gas. It holds 23 rounds, not 24, like the newer models. And I still love this on the old magazine, which a lot of things now you don't really get. The base plate is covering the nozzle. That just looks so good, still to today as well. But yes, we are hoping to get back into airsoft. I will be doing an unboxing of when the Delta Pioneer does arrive. We went for the actual integrated silencer suppressor on it. Fingers crossed it works out the box. We did actually have to buy a new battery charger because my old one, which, like I said, back in the late 90s and early 2000s, I had an armory of stuff. Me and my mates, we used to go and play in the woods by our house, and it was just amazing. So, let us know what you think about this. Have you seen these old guns? The old KWA Glock 18C, which is still actually, it runs pretty good still. And, well, we will be going to a field in the next couple of weeks. So I'm hoping to be able to just do a little bit of a video. Not any gameplay because I haven't got that kind of equipment yet. But until then, folks, like and subscribe. Let us know what you think about this, and I'll see you soon.